And peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
That's right. He says he's come to send a sword. And why is he going to come to send a sword?
Because the niggers are wicked.
Because our people went off. And also he's going to bring a sword to you heathens.
Ooh, that's going to be good,
Because
man.
you heathens brought us over here in slavery. And he that brought us into slavery must go into slavery. You know? And I know the white man, he brought us into slavery. So he must go into slavery. And it doesn't matter if it happened a long time ago, you know, because reincarnation's in the Bible. That same person who put us into slavery is back here right now.
And hardcore slavery too.
Because you may not think we're in slavery, but we're in slavery. It's just that we just got privileges, you know. We're privileged to do this. We're privileged to drive, you know.
We think it's a freedom.
You know, you think you got freedom out here. This ain't true freedom. Not when you got a Social Security card.
Social Security office is right in front of us.
Your Social
Going
Security,
bankrupt.
that's just telling you you're a number. A big number.
Right. That's true. And the brother was saying that we were in captivity, man. And this is a captivity. And what happens to someone that puts people in captivity? This is Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That's right. He that liveth into captivity shall go into captivity. And I ain't seen the person who led us into captivity go into captivity yet.
We're not saved.
So that time is coming. Okay, that's a prophecy that's coming.
If I could just say this. Why are you saying you're saved? We got a church right here. This is the St. Bridges Church. It's a Catholic institution. And if they come out here and tell us to get the hell out of here, technically, I'm a registered Catholic, man. But I denounce that shit. But I'll throw them that card, you know, hey, because you know why? What did Paul say? When Paul was getting his ass beaten, he seen that shit. Didn't that Roman come to save him? And he goes, hey, I'm a Roman citizen. You better do something. So what did that Roman soldier do? He was like, oh, I fucking better do my job. Because it's part of their, you know.
Part of the system.
It's part of the system. You got to protect your citizens.
Right. But, you know, we'll tell them that just so that we could wake up our people.
I'll make something up, man. Come on, man.
You got to be like Clark Kent, like he said last week.
Clark Kent, man.
Clark Kent.
But don't think that if there's a fucking bomb threat or someone fucking comes into my building with a gun, I'm gonna be John Wicking it. Hell, motherfucking no. I'll be scared. And I'll be like, God damn. I'll be like, how about you know? Save me. Save me. Just me. No one else. No one else in this office. Just me. Please. Bible shot. And you best believe I'm not gonna jump in front of no motherfucking bullet. I'm not gonna unarm an assailant. I'm not even gonna try to talk to him. If the gun points at me, and I'll be like, oh shit, hold on, I got this, I got that, I got this and that. I'll try not to get shot. But if the Lord wants me to get shot, what can I do? Man's goings are of the Lord. How can any man therefore know his way? Proverbs 20 and 24. So let me continue this over here. Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. I got a question for you all. Who killed with the sword?
Well, the biggest person I've seen kill with the sword, and that's, you know, that's a weapon.
Could be a gun.
That's the Caucasians, you know. Those are the Caucasians, starting from Christopher Columbus.
And he started it all. He's the one that perpetuated this thing. He's the one that got the New World Order going. He's the one that came over here, started the whole fucking shit of the Americas. Hey man, the Renaissance era is a fucking bullshit era. It's fucking lies.
That era with Leonardo da Vinci, all that, he was a homo. Right?
Homo. Not
He was
undercover.
a painter homo who had relations with Caesar Borgia.
And that dude, Caesar Borgia, is the guy that's posted on that picture. But that goes into Serapis Christus too, because he was trying to perpetrate that too as well. So let me finish this. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So our patience is trying to get redeemed. Come back for us, Yahushua. Tell Yahweh, our Father, to send you back. Is it time? Is it time?
Because you think that picture right now of Jesus with the long hair and blue eyes, you people think that picture has been here since the start of time. No, it hasn't. That picture barely got here.
Yeah.
And if you research through history, you would see that.
There's books on it too.
Yep, you got to go into the books.
So I got this for you right here. And we were talking about how you got to pay for your transgressions, right? Israel's got to pay for theirs, and didn't you read in the scriptures that the heathen has to pay for theirs? The heathen has to pay. Why? And that's why. Okay, this is St. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that if it hath been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And that doesn't mean let Esau come and whoop your ass. He's talking about your brothers. He's talking about, like, if you get rebuked from an elder brother, don't talk back to him, and don't be like, don't talk back to him, right? Because he's telling you something out of love.
Because if you get an order, like if you get an order from the head camp, you don't want to go against that brother, because you got to act like if that's Yahushua himself, because that's really Yahushua giving the order.
And there is a order. Let me get that stuff.
Because before we came into captivity, you know, the Lord said, do my commandments and I will bless you. But if you go against my commandments, I'll curse you. And that's why we're under these curses right now. He cursed our people. Because this is Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 13. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love Yahweh Hashem Yahushua your power, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give you rain of your land in his due season. That's when speaking when our people were going to come into the promised land. Right?
Yeah. Okay. I got this to back you up. So we're talking about order, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything in due season. Because if it's in due season, that means there's an order. Like you see, if I plant a tomato and I see that little purple stem with those 2 green leaves, I get excited, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna have me some tomatoes in about 2 months. So I start nurturing that, right? And this is why. This is 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I am of Hamashiach. So like the brother was saying, if you get an order from a elder, you're supposed to follow that order, because right here Paul's telling you, be followers of me, do follow me as I follow Hamashiach. Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them unto you. The rules, the order, how you gonna do this, how you gonna do that. Hey, because of, man.
This scripture goes with that. This is Deuteronomy 11. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, your power, which I command you this day. And a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, your power, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known.
So you gotta follow the order, man, because the other gods that you don't know is your own lust. Those are demons, man. They're coming into you and telling you, hey, you don't have to go out today, man. Who the hell is that brother telling you, hey, why is he talking to you so rough? Whatever you hear when a brother tells you, hey, you need to do this, that's how it comes out, man. It's not gonna be sugar coated. It's not gonna be like, hey look, brother. You hungry, man? Let me go get a burger and a milkshake and butter you up, and then fucking tell you you need to start going out there more.
That's
Because the Lord is a man of war.
That's right.
And in that movie, Patton, motherfucking General Patton went to a soldier, and that soldier was sitting there, and he said, "What's wrong with you?" Patton said, the general. He said, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "I'm scared. I'm scared. I just can't take it no more. I can't go out there." And General Patton fucking slapped the fuck out of him. He was like, boom! And he said something about fear. I can't remember because I've seen that movie like maybe 2 years ago. That movie was good. This is verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of a woman is a man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh.
Because when we first came into this truth, we started finding out that we have to come out, we have to start studying, we have to start getting together, we have to start doing things that
the apostles did back then when Yahushua was here.
Right. Because, and this it'll take time out of your life, you know.
That's, hold on, let me get you a new compliment there. This is Jeremiah 20:28 again. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's right. It kind of seems like what we're doing right now. We're out here prophesying.
The downfall of this. Hey, this is a powerful kingdom, okay? They have power beyond what we can conceive. They could be way up there in the outer space and be looking at me and this brother and say, all right, I'm gonna fuck up their recording. And everything that we're saying right now, we think, oh, it's gonna get out to somebody in need. And then I go to post it up and it's not there. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Because I sent a video to this brother, and he told me, you gotta have balls to come out here. You know what I mean? To come out here and prophesy against this big kingdom. You know, this.
It's the most powerful kingdom in this modern world right now. And I say modern because it's not in the ancient spirit no more. You got men committing adultery. Well, they always did, but that's wicked, man. When you hump another man's woman, especially, and I hate to say it like this, especially a fucking soldier, man. Because you got these bitches over here that have military husbands and they're fucking around on their husbands when they fucking leave. That's the worst thing, man. That's fucking despicable, man. And it's a lot of guys that go for that too. A lot of the guys go for that, man. That's bad, man.
Oh, that's death on the spot, you know. But like you said, you know, we're not scared to come out here anymore. At first we were, but not anymore because we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We don't fear this kingdom, you know. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he's more powerful than this kingdom, you know? He'll give us power to destroy this kingdom, you know?
But we gotta show him that we want it.
Right, we gotta show him that we want it. That's what we're doing right now. Because this is Ephesians 4:1, as a prisoner in the Lord. So that I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. Right, so being a prisoner of the Lord, what's a prisoner of the Lord? It's like you're always locked up, right? But as a prisoner of the Lord, you're always doing this work.
This is 1 Corinthians 9:27. But I keep under my body and bring it to subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be cast away. All right. This is in the book of 1 Corinthians. Let me make double sure. Yep. Chapter 9, verse 27. Let me make triple sure, man. I got 2 pages. All right. But I keep under my body, so I keep my body under control. You know, I'm disciplined. A stoic.
All right. Because the apostles, they come out every week and they look perfectly fine, you know?
In fact, they look like they're doing good health-wise. I mean, I know they're suffering. You know, we all suffer our little things.
We're all under curses, but we're above the 2/3.
And we shouldn't dwell on that, because every man that exalteth himself shall be abased. We should be like, look, nigga, stay away from me.
I mean, Lord willing that we're not at 2/3, you know?
Because why would a 2/3? Well, 2/3 wouldn't be out here. 2/3 wouldn't be out here. 2/3 would say, "Oh, I got a car to wash for Esau."
God.
Okay. And bring it into subjection. So I have my body under control, and I bring it into subjection. So I control it, and I tell it what to do. So seemingly, but the real control is in this truth, and this truth and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You know? See, nobody looks, man, and they just carried off a fucking dead body over there. It was a hearse. Man, look at that hearse. So it's like basically discipline, man. I keep my body under control, man, and this is the control.
Because it seems like we got more discipline now than before we came into the truth. Before we came into the truth, we were out of order.
Completely out of order. Oh, man.
So it seems we're in more order now.
Yep. And this is a why. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. And that's a perfect example of fallouts or dropouts or whatever you want to call them, fallouts. Castaways, let's call them castaways, man. Because here they are preaching, making it seem like they're men of the Lord, but they're really not. Because they don't have no discipline.
Because you don't want to be seen one week in a video, and then the next week you're not there. Then the next week you're there, and next week you're not. It's like, are you there or not? You know?
Because I don't remember Apostle Kahar taking breaks. Look, he makes so much videos. If I watch them all the videos that he makes in a week, after I got home from work, I'll be going to sleep like at 2, and I'll be fucking drowsy at work.
It's too much. It's too much information that they put out. Those apostles.
Yeah, man. Apostle Ramla does. Apostle Bar does. Apostle Rakad does. All the brothers do, man. All you brothers do, man. I was watching the brother Kazak from the Mississippi camp. He always does things on chariots, man. And that's really what helped me out. Because you know how about the chariots, I'm always in contact. I mean, they're always in contact with me. So, I told them about it, And then that was a long time ago. And then he basically told me, go out, go out, go out. And I was like, I'm scared, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, I'm this, I'm this, and this. Always making, but now I'm out here, man. Because I was that man in the scriptures that told his dad, told his father, you know, I'm not gonna go out. But then after a while, I did.
Because when you first look at at one of these videos, you think that those can't be the man of the Lord. They have to be in a church, you know. But they don't know that the church is actually spiritual, not a physical church, physical temple church.
Dang.
You know?
You know what? I'm gonna have to shake. That was the last of that scripture. But I was gonna get something else, but I have to get this out for you because we're talking about that stuff right here. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at 11. You know what? I'm gonna start at 10. That ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, our power. And that's the work, man. That's studying. Man, that means studying, okay? I come home and I have a headache. I know that for a fact it's not a headache, it's a demon. So what do? First I pray, then I study, and then the next thing you know, the headache's gone, or the demon's gone. So identifying the problem is the first solution, the first step in taking action to remedy it. Okay, so I'm going to get that again. That ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing. Because if you're not walking in the way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you're just on a treadmill, going nowhere. A spiritual treadmill called earth going nowhere.
You're just running in circles.
Think about the shit we do every motherfucking day. We go to fucking work every day. We go to work, punch in, punch out. We look at the schedule. We're like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. And how do we feel about that shit? We fucking feel down. Down, man. I have to scan all kinds of files. And there's like fucking 40 boxes of files, man. Like, I'm talking about maybe altogether those 40 boxes. How you doing, man?
We got a picture of a lion.
You read the Bible?
This
sir?
is the Lion of Israel.
I'm just finishing it up for the first time in my life.
Oh,
right.
man, amazing.
So you read the whole Bible?
Well, you shouldn't read it like a book. It's more like a here and there thing.
Do you know who these people, the 12 tribes of Israel are? These people right here? Look at them.
Because you read that in the first part of the book, right?
All these people.
Well, it's throughout the Bible, really.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
These people are 12 sons of Jacob, and God, He blessed Jacob with the promise for him and his sons, his 12 sons.
And I've read, when I was a kid, I read a little bit of another different Bible,
Right.
and it mentions things that the King James Version doesn't even mention.
Yeah, it's clarifying.
That's right. So that's
So
why
I
you
figured what I'm going to do, I want to read the King James, I'll finish it up, and I'm going to let it rest for a little bit, and I'm going to go back, read it again.
That's pretty good, man.
And
That's
then
nice.
I'll get
See?
a different
You gotta
Bible.
compare it, yeah.
That's good. That's real
Do
good.
that.
So,
But we're out here, just preaching the Bible, telling the truth about
all these
because these 12 nationalities are actually these 12.
now that doesn't mean that you're not part of it, because look, I have a little article here, and this was written by Benjamin Franklin. You know who Benjamin Franklin is? Of course
You
you do.
never met the man.
Of course you do, right? You know. So this is his opinion. I don't know where you're from or anything, but this is his opinion. Black African Germans, in other words, the Moors, and because in Europe, there was kings, and it was ruled by these Negroes. See, this is the night. This is the night.
I'm aware of that fact.
Oh, excellent. That makes it a
Without
lot
even
easier.
reading the Bible. Right?
Okay, so that means that you could be one of us, brother.
So when the blacks here start bitching about the slavery, it's their own that sold them into slavery.
Well, let's clarify that because there was an African. There's a difference between an African and a Negro. I don't know.
Okay, I met a true African.
Mm-hmm. And how was his so-called spirit? It was kind of weird, wasn't it?
He's 100% white.
Really? Well, because he
He's
was born
from
in Africa?
South Africa.
South Africa? Yeah.
That's the only country in the world that's got the title Africa in it.
And you know,
when you say nationality, you're talking about the country, not the continent.
yeah, because,
Right?
Yeah, we're talking about the bloodline. Your bloodline.
Now, do you know who named that continent Africa? Africanus Scipio.
Did you know one of the countries over on the continent of Africa was actually created for the slaves to go back over there if they wanted to?
Oh yeah,
Very few
wanted to go back. Yeah, it's kind of hard to escape your captivity, man, because they make it so sweet now. Let's say, because you know about if you got a birth
I'm not
certificate.
trying to be racist on it.
Oh, that's impossible.
No.
Because you could be a so-called black man. Because if you
I
read
had,
the Bible,
I had a friend at one time in a bar down there. We used to go in and watch NASCAR.
yeah, pretty
And we were
fast
sitting there just bullshitting around one day, and I looked at him and said, "Yeah, I'm racist." He looked at me and said, "Yeah, I watch NASCAR every week."
cars. See, because that's the race, right?
Then one night, he had a cousin in there with him. He goes, "Hey, watch this guy. He's racist." The guy turns around and looks at me. He goes, "Yeah, he watches NASCAR." I go, "Oh my
No,
God."
you know who really was racist? Benjamin Franklin. Now, if your ancestors came from Germany,
Well, all our founding fathers were racist.
exactly, that's good to know. But
Did you know all our founding fathers were drunks?
yes, they fought roosters, and that's a good thing. They did all kinds of things. But this guy, he had a special hate for Germans, Portuguese, Spanish, which were, if you would look at him, they'll be like other whites, but he called them Palatine Boers. And he did not like them. And he would consider the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians, Swedes, and generally of what we call swarthy complexion, as are the Germans also. And then this is the part that makes it racist. The Saxons only accepted who with English make the principal body of white people on the face of earth. So you could be a so-called one of us.
Yeah, but you know, Spanish people are Caucasian.
Some of them.
No,
You're talking about the conquistadors?
I'm talking about Spanish.
Right now.
Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah.
The original Spanish are
No.
Caucasian.
See these men right here? These were the, okay, you know about this already, so let me just put it like this. In the 1200s or maybe even earlier than that, there was a bunch of Moors that came from the north part of Africa, killed off basically all the Caucasians, took all those white women and they made babies, which now look like us, but before they were looking like this. So that's why this man, Thomas Jefferson, hated these people, because they came from this lineage, which means that they're these people. And that's why they keep us under slavery. That's why they went to go, that's why there's a difference between an African and a Negro, you know? And you can tell that when you're at work, people don't like you, or people have a hard time accepting you.
You're talking about the Africans and the Negroes.
Yeah, we would be
Okay.
considered Negroes.
That guy I knew that was from South Africa,
Because
born and
people-
raised
because
there.
people think
completely
that
white,
you-
right?
He
people
was
think-
talking about, he said, you know what? Blacks over in Africa, I'll just use that term, black, over in Africa, is they don't like the blacks from America.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll go there, "Hey bro, how's it going?" They go, "Get away from here, you freaking American nigger." That's exactly the way he speaks to them.
Because
We don't like each other because they.
But it's kind of funny you mentioned Spanish. I had a friend. He's Mexican, so he speaks Spanish, right? He says, "I'm going to take a trip to Spain. I want to go over there and find out what Spain's like." Well, I didn't say it the word to him about it. Okay, that sounds good. Well, he gets back. I said, "Well, how's your trip to Spain?" Well, he sucked. I go, "Why?" I couldn't understand them. They couldn't understand me.
It's a different dialect.
Not this dialect. Well, see, that is
More
the
proper.
true Spanish over
Yeah,
there.
that's proper.
That is Castilian Spanish.
There you go, man. Castellano, that's what it is.
And that's like our English here in America.
You go to England.
It's totally different than in England.
And you know that
England
England
the Spanish in Mexico and all the South American countries is a blend of the Spanish and the natives that were there.
Now, some of those Spanish were these Negroes that I've been showing you, and some of those were the Caucasians. Now, the difference between the Caucasian is a cliff dweller, or the original caveman, which would be Thomas Jefferson. That's why he thought so much of himself, because they made it out of the caves, and now they got this great society. I don't know if you're a soldier or were a soldier, but
I was in the military.
They use these people right here because they're the best soldiers, and they take over other countries that are just these people with their own people, you know. Because if I go to Mexico, which my parents are from there, they hate me.
You want to know an amazing fact about Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah, tell me.
He could sit down, pen in this hand, paper here, paper there.
You're right.
Write in Latin with one hand and Greek in the other hand, simultaneously.
That's called ambidextrous.
That's called genius. Nobody knows how intelligent.
Well, he was talking to demons, man. He was getting possessed because
no, he was possessed. No, genius.
Because
John Kennedy one time.
Oh, John Kennedy is Israelite.
And
because he
John Kennedy once sitting there in a banquet. He says, "This is the combined total of the greatest amount of genius in the world in one spot, except for when Thomas Jefferson sat down and dined alone."
How much information do you think Thomas Jefferson could put into on his own information level into a computer? Let's say you know how much
the
a
computer
gigabyte?
wouldn't need it.
The computer wouldn't need it. Well, let me tell you like this: there's more information when I ejaculate into my wife than Thomas Jefferson had about what he wrote, because this is the true information right here. What and in the ejaculation of any man, there's 1.5 gigabytes of information, because that's where all the information goes to make the person, right? We got half of these genes from this person and the other half from the woman. So the woman looks like, let's say if you had a black wife, and at some point in your life, your children would come out not totally black, with some of your features and some of your skin.
You know, it'll be kind of and down the generations. It kind of
Exactly.
all of a sudden, somewhere down here, 20 generations, one kid will come out black.
Boom. It's called a throwback. Now, that's amazing too. So that's why I'm saying that you could be. Watch out for that camera back there. There's a camera back there.
I know it's back there.
So it's not about the flesh, it's about the spirit.
It's about the spirit. So yeah, exactly. So you see all these people out here, they're in a wicked spirit because they think it's cool to, you know, not inform themselves about anything.